Okay, so you clicked on this video because you wanted to get better mental health. You wanted to get better overall because mental health is the number one. If you have good mental health, then you have good everything. So the number one thing that's going to improve your mental health is finding a purpose, something that you work on each and every day, a craft that you devote your entire life to. And if you devote your entire life to it, it becomes your purpose. And once you find that purpose, I guarantee you, you will never be depressed again. The reason us young men feel depressed and purposeless, and the reason why we have anxiety, the reason why we choose to distract ourselves is because we have no purpose. That's the genuine reason why us young men are depressed. And I've been in that position where I was depressed and I did not devote my life to anything. The thing I started to devote myself when I started to improve my life and get better was streaming. You know, like I preach about against video games because it's virtual reality, this and that. But if you're trying to make money, a business, whatever, on video games, my ideas or my set on it kind of changed. Because if you're making money off of it, that's kind of like a business, you know what I mean? But if you just play video games for fun and you're not competing on making money off of it, then I don't really see the ROI in it, because you're not getting any return on investment in it. Because if you're saying you're chilling on it, then you're not really chilling, because you know you're still competing, and it gives you a false sense that you're achieving something. But if you have a business on it, you're streaming this and that, you're making money off of it, or you're competing professionally, then in real life, in terms, you are genuinely improving your life, basically. Yeah. So my perspective of that kind of changed, right? But that's kind of a side tangent then, and let me get straight back into the video. So basically, you want to find your purpose, a thing that's gonna have desire. You know, every purpose always been thrown around. This is the thing that you're gonna devote your life into. If you genuinely, I love watching YouTube videos and they give examples, because they'll be like, what are these guys talking about? I don't understand what they're talking about. And so then let me give you an example. Let's just say you love creating and you love playing with Legos, bro. Ask your mom for Legos, right? Build Legos in front of a camera. If you love building Legos, why not monetize it? Right? And some people always say like, oh, you're always chasing money, this and that. But if that person can start young, and that person can start doing something they love doing and start making from it already, they wouldn't need to take the same route as everyone else. But most people, they always look bad at entrepreneurs, that they're bad, this and that. Because if there's more entrepreneurs, there's no more slaves. If there's more free people, there's no more slaves. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, the younger we teach children, the younger we start our passion, our drive, our purpose, the better and more successful and happier we become as a whole. Let's just say, let me get straight into the examples. Let's say that you love playing a sport, for soccer. Let's just say soccer. If you started playing soccer at 4 years old, and your father told you and made you understand the true reality of purpose, that grinding, the happiness comes from grinding soccer. You keep grinding on it, you keep grinding it, you go training, you do scrimmage, you're practicing and practicing until the game comes. You're literally like Lionel Messi. I don't know if I said his name right, but Lionel Messi. You're literally like him, you play for him, you get the most goals, you become the best, this and that. You started off young, you had a masculine father, and he taught you the importance of discipline, the importance of doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it, the importance of having the right mindset when you're playing, you're being calm, you're in that flow state, you have nothing on your mind. Neymar has this thing where he goes on the flow state on autopilot mode. He's not thinking about what he's doing. He's just doing it. He's full on locked on mode. no distractions. And so when you start your dream at an early age, your purpose at an early age, once you reach a certain age, you have surpassed most men that were not working on their purpose. Let's just say you started soccer 15, or let's say 12, 10. You started soccer. Let's say most people, half of them, they gave up, they lost passion in soccer, this and that. But you lost passion in it, but then, you still keep working on it, discipline, you loved it, this and that. You keep focusing on it relentlessly. You're training. Everybody fell off. There's new players coming on that's more passionate than you, but you have more experience than them. And what happens is that you become the best at that thing because you chose to stay and you chose to put in the work when no one else did. And so it's easy, or it's simple. Not easy, but it's simple. The more you put in, the more you get out. And so if you just focus on a single thing that you're studying on it, you're either playing soccer or you're either studying soccer, you're learning the mindsets of how people think about soccer, you're reading books on it, you're doing this, you're aligning your purpose 100% towards it. You're eating healthy foods so you don't get them bad carb crashes, you're drinking pre-workout, this and that. You're not getting distracted by all these other things. When you're deadlocked and you're dead set into working on this single thing, what happens is you become happier, you become more grateful, you become more fulfilled, you become, more successful. Because once you start to monetize on that single thing, you get money and you don't have to work on a job that you don't want to work on because you put in the work before and then you invested your time in that. And in the future, you don't have to work on a job that you don't want to. But that's something that they don't want to tell you. They want you to be distracted for a few years of your life. I'm not 100% sure about if this is a thing. This is genuinely just a theory, but in my opinion, it's as real as it gets. They want you to be distracted and weak so then they can make you go through and follow the ways of college, to follow the ways of finding a certain job that just pays the bills, but you're not 100% passionate about it, 100% fulfilled with it. And so when you spend your young times distracted, you lose your sense of purpose of that thing that used to make you feel so happy. For me, it's speaking, for example. If I went down the route, went down on the route, I wouldn't have learned to teach or learned to speak better or learned lessons to teach. I would have continued jacking off and wasting my mental capacity, playing hours upon hours of video games, eating junk food, hours and hours and hours, zapping my energy because my digestive system is taking on me. But now I'm fasted. I feel great. No distractions. Absolutely, purely focused. And so you must get into the zone. Find that certain habit that gets you inside that zone. And max out that percentage. Max out that percentage right there. So I used to play this game called Shindo Life. It's where you click on different attributes that you can upgrade. You get points, right? And once you get those points, you get them each day after hitting, after you train, you get more points and this and that. You get to put in different attributes. Let's say your training is sleeping. If you sleep, you get more brain points. And you click on the plus symbol on different attributes of your life that you want to upgrade. Your knowledge, your physical strength, the sport that you want to play, studying that sport that you want to play, homework, this and that. All these things that will zap your energy, even dating, right? All these certain things that zap your energy requires brain power. And when you sleep, you wake up, you get more brain power, basically. And you need to max out on that certain habit that you want to do. For me, it's learning, synthesizing. I want to learn as much as possible so I can teach as much as possible as I can. For you, it may be a sport. Learn new tricks, learn new ways to play, and learn new mindsets and try it out and max out on that certain thing. And be relentless and be driven and be hungry. Be obsessed with it. And then, every time you see David Goggins, like he said, what the heck is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm driven. I'm obsessed. That's what he said. And once you do that to a certain habit in your life, that's where you find fulfillment. And that's where you stop being depressed and having anxiety, unfulfillment, not being grateful. Once you do that, everything in your life will be uplifted, fulfillment, everything. So find your purpose. Find that certain thing that you would give your 100% in, even if you have to sacrifice everything. That's enough for me. Be the best possible man you can be. Improve your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.